What is going on, everyone in the Toyverse? I am Bob O'Mac, and as you can see, the canvas is blank again, which means I'm diving back into the land of extreme. Why, look at another Extreme Dash Sets pop-up. But this ain't your mama's pop-up. That's right, because, well, it ain't my mama's pop-up because my mom is dead. But that's neither here or there. This pop-up is for fans of display options, but you can use it with toy photography. But without further ado, let's flip it around and let's look at Display Pack 001. Yeah, it's not the coolest name in the universe, but hey, it tells you what it is, and that's the most important thing. It is a display pack, and what's that mean exactly? Well, let me get it unboxed, let me spread it out on this table, and we're going to talk more about it right here in a moment. Alright gang, I got everything unboxed here. In case you're wondering why that crate is in the background, well, I am not as professional as I should be, and I need something to hold this thing up, and I'll explain why in a moment. But we're looking at Display Pack 001, and what this display set is a city backdrop. Let me scoot the rest of these aside so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's bring the camera up a little more so you get the full view, if you will. Now, here's the cool thing about all of this, guys. If you have a display case and you're looking for a new and exciting way to display your action figures, Extreme Dash Sets has found a medium that pleases not only the toy collector looking to add that extra into their display, but it also can be used for toy photography. I'll break this all down in a moment, but first I want to talk about each one of these panels. The first set of 4 that I will be reviewing is obviously the city landscape on top of a rooftop in the middle of winter. I think this one's very cool. If you're a fan of like superheroes like Batman or even Superman or Iron Man or Captain America or even Spider-Man, X-Men, this is a cool backdrop for just that occasion. Now, when it comes to each panel, you got a different display going on here. So if you connect both of them like this, like I'm doing, which is kind of weird, but as you can see, it helps paint a beautiful picture. I love the detail, the design that Extreme Dash Sets did with these are pretty awesome. That's the first 2. Let's bring in a couple more here so you see what's going on. Here we have another display option with these, which, like I said, they're different and they're fun, and I can appreciate that. And then we have one more panel here. And that is another one with smoke coming out and more snow, as you can see. They're just designed very nicely, and I do appreciate that. But that's not all, because we also get 4 ground pieces, and I'll be talking about that here in a moment as well. We got a instant diorama scene, and if I bring in a figure, what figure shall we use? That's so many, guys. Let's have Hugo Strange right there. He's on top of a roof, and he's going to be conversing with our favorite butler from Gotham. Let's move it in here. Alfred. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so you can get a better picture here. So, like I said, I haven't really posed them super dramatically or anything like that. I just wanted to show you guys what you can look forward to display options. Now, if you're a fan of toy photography, obviously you'd be setting up your shot and get everything squared away. They obviously work. Obviously, I would work on the lighting and things of that nature. And that's one option you have, which is very cool, and I do dig that. Now, here is another option, if you will. You have another display set like that. It's a nice little background. You can have fun with it. I think it pops. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to show you a cool way to set these up on your toy shelf if you have a toy case. Now I'll get into some of the other options you can do with it here in a moment, but I have a new toy case and I want to set this up properly so you get a better idea of how this could interact with your toy collection. So bear with me, guys. Put a top panel and a bottom panel in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take your bottom panel like so and lay it in. And luckily for me, I also have a light in there. So I'm going to lay that piece down. And then I'm going to slide in this other piece like so. And then I'm going to push it back. And it holds in there very nicely. It fits in pretty good, and I'm very pleased with that. So what we're going to want to do now is take a couple of action figures. I'm keeping this Gotham thing going. I'm going to put in Hugo Strange on that side. And I'm going to put Alfred in the back over here, just to give you a better idea. Now, I'm going to stop the video real quick. I'm going to put in the rest of the Gotham figure so you can see it fully loaded, and then I'm going to give my final thoughts. Alright, gang, I got my Gotham figures finally set up. I just threw this together. It's nothing that exciting, but I did want to zoom in here so you can get a better idea of how everything looks, even though the camera's not picking it up the greatest. All in all, I think the display set works really well. It actually helps make your figures pop out a little more. And I think that's always the most important thing with an action figure accessory line such as this one, which is very unique to say the least. So you have definitely a ton of options here, be it both display, which this is solely, not solely, but primarily aimed at. But like I said, if you want to do toy photography, you can definitely work. This is just one example, guys. So do yourself a favor, head over to extreme-sets.com, see what they have. Over the next week or two, I'm going to start covering the rest of them, but I wanted to show you this first one to give you an idea of how to lay it out and things of that nature. As always, guys, I appreciate the love, the likes, the supports, the dislikes, the comments, the shares, all that stuff that you hear countless other times in every video pretty much now on YouTube. I appreciate it. Also, check out all the links in the description below. Everything from Extreme-Sets, obviously, to Big Bad Toy Store, undercovercapes.com for all things geekery and the podcast verse. And on Instagram, go check out @ToyLoverCrew. They got some great stuff going on over there. Engage in toy community, talk, share, all that cliche stuff you hear. I truly do mean it, though. Guys, there's not going to be a slideshow at the end of this. Just trying to do things a little different every now and then. So, thank you guys so much. And until next time, great googly moogly.